Hi, my name's Terry Churchill, and I help you go from overwhelmed to overcoming and from stressed to success in the area of personal finance. So I have lots of tools and resources and things that I love to help people with so that they can get control of their finances. And especially now during this crazy time when businesses are shut down and some of us are laid off of work, it's more important than ever to get a handle and get control of our finances so that we know what we're dealing with, so that we know, so that we're aware, so that we can take action. And then once we get to the awareness, the action, and then we want to be accountable to someone to make sure that we stay on the right track. So as I've mentioned last time, the economy took a tank, and a significant tank in the real estate market. It was devastating to us because we didn't have some of these principles and these tools and resources in place. And so it hit us harder than it had to, and the pain lasted longer than it needed to. So I'm really passionate about wanting to help people avoid that pain and to get control of their finances. So whether you have a little or whether you have a lot, it's possible to gain control so that when there is something unexpected happens, either in the economy, in your own circumstances, or it might be within your control or not within your control, you're ready, you're prepared the best that you can be. And so that's what I feel really passionate about that. Then beyond that, there's just that possibility of wealth and giving. So all of this money that we get, we receive through work or donations or whatever it is, that whatever field we're in, this money that's coming in, it feels so good to be in a position to be able to help others financially as well. So it's not just about getting through the crisis, but if you can be prepared when the crisis comes, it won't hit you as hard. But there's also this whole other positive side that isn't just avoiding the negative, but you get to give and do fun things and help people. And so I'm really passionate about both of those things and just how it has changed our lives so much. So today I want to talk about just spending, like a guide. How much should we be spending? So I talk a lot about knowing how much is coming in, how much is going out. And so a budget is just your income minus your expenses equals zero. So that you're zeroing out each month and that you're assigning the money that's coming into a category. It might be savings, it might be entertainment, housing, whatever it might be. So as I have a lot of people, clients, and also people that aren't clients that ask me, well, how much should I be spending? So maybe they don't have a lot of debt. Maybe you don't have, you're not in crisis and you do have a job, and you look at your budget and you know that this is how much is coming in and this is how much is going out, but is it in the ballpark? Is that what I should be spending on housing? So for example, if you're bringing in $5,000 a month, but your mortgage payment and utilities is $2,500, you might be able to budget that, but boy, oh boy, that is going to be really tough to make any of the other categories comfortable, like clothing or entertainment or food. You have to really cut back in those areas. So one of the principles I love to teach people that is just so life-changing is when the money comes in, there's just a certain amount that you spend and everything else gets assigned to something that isn't maybe immediate. You have those immediate spending things that you do every single week. But what about the other categories that are monthly or maybe annually or maybe quarterly? Anyways, sometimes we just have no idea. How much should I be spending on those type of things? On medical, on insurance, on giving, charitable donations. How much should I be putting towards those things? How much should I be spending on personal things that I want? How much should I be spending? How much of my income should be going towards housing? So there are guidelines that are set up that are really helpful. Now, every single person is unique and your situation is going to be different. If you have a very, very high income, chances are your food budget is going to be a lower percentage of the overall. And it might be that your housing is maybe a little bit higher, or your insurance, or maybe some of your entertainment and recreation. Those percentages might be higher because you have more disposable income. So the guide that I have attached here, the link to the guide, that you can get that kind of gives you an idea of how you should be planning. I want you to go ahead and click on that, and just enter your email, and then you'll get it in your email. There's a guide that kind of gives you percentages in different categories, what's a good place to start. And then you can compare it to your own situation. And this is just all a part of becoming aware of your finances. What are you spending in each of these areas? No judgment, no shame. Don't worry about what the answers are. There's no right or wrong. It's just knowing that's going to give you that freedom and that control. And then you can make adjustments. You can look at it and say, wow, do we really need to spend that much on food? Or, wow, we really don't spend anything on clothing. We better put some in that category and take some, a little bit out of maybe a different category where the percentage is a little high. So if you don't know the numbers, give it your best guess, but then keep track over the next month or months and kind of see what are the percentages that you're spending, and then refer to this guide and see if you can make adjustments that can help you. One of the things we did was we were hardly spending any money on clothing. It just felt like, kind of like, gosh, we shouldn't be. But when I looked at the percentages and we adjusted it, it's kind of fun now to go out and buy something new because we've budgeted for it. So go ahead, and I hope this tool, this guide is super useful and helpful to you. If you have any questions, please reach out and ask me. I would love to help you out and help you guide you through this guide. Guide you through this guide. Yes, I would like to do that. So let me know if you have any questions, you need any help, but I hope this guide is helpful and useful to you. And remember, take control of your finances so that you are not wondering where all the money went.